What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So this makeup look is actually me doing my 4-leaf clover inspired face paint look. So I really want to make sure that I prime my face very well, and then I'm going to start showing y'all the music I'm listening to like more often in the videos, since like I'm not trying to actually like play it because then I'll get copyrighted. I'm like, okay, at least I can show y'all what I'm listening to every now and then whenever I have a chance, because sometimes like after I get in a certain point in my makeup, sometimes I just turn off the music because like I just need to focus on any distractions. Like I'm just trying to like get this over with at this point. But yeah, like I don't know, it's been fun to like paint myself different colors. It feels like so natural, even though like it's so unnatural. But I feel like it also stems from me doing like art and stuff, because majority of my paintings and stuff, whenever I draw people and stuff, majority of the time they are not like natural skin tone colors. And like I feel like that's an indicating like detail like when it comes to my work and stuff. But at the same time, I've been starting to paint people in like more like skin tone colors. It just really depends, honestly, on what style or like how I'm actually illustrating it. But yeah, I knew I wanted to paint myself green here, and like the thing is, I really wanted to make sure that the green I was going to paint myself looks a little bit different than like the green I did for the alfalfa look. And then I did another green look like the one I did last year, but like basically it was just like the perimeter of my face being green. Whenever I do like face paint looks like that are like colorful and stuff like this, I really try to make sure that I'm not doing the exact same color scheme as one I've done before. Like it's okay if I've done like multiple, like I've done at least like 2 or 3 and like I can do the same color scheme, because like, you know, that will happen. But like if I've only done like one before, I try not to go that exact color scheme. So changing like what colors or like what I mix into like actual base, what colors I use to highlight, and then what colors I use to like contour or bronze my face. So if you've been watching a lot of my makeup videos, you probably know that this color case from Made by Mitchell is something that I absolutely love. Like I use this so often. It's really crazy because this is probably one of my most used products that's not like a primer or a spray. Like I use it literally almost every single makeup look, and this is my favorite right now when it comes to me doing like a face paint that's a like more natural color. Like I feel like I can just like mix whatever colors I want, and this is a little bit more better to blend if I'm using it as like a base product versus the color fix. Like I use the color fix and I feel like it worked every now and then, but when it comes to the color fix, like since it's like a liquid product or like a kind of like a liquid product that's drawing down to matte, like depending on what you're using on top of it, sometimes it was like not blending a certain way, or you have to be more intentional. So I found like this is honestly like the easiest way for me to do it and get a good coverage without me using as much product, honestly. But yeah, like I really just wanted to make sure I get a good color down for the base. So something that I've been doing a little bit more when it comes to me doing like these full face paint looks, I will make the base color that I like and then just add a little bit of white and maybe another color if I want to create that highlight shade. That way I already have the base and the highlight shade, and then I'll just do the contour or bronzer like shade like later on after I've already like, you know, used all the product that's up on my hand. I feel like that helps a little bit more with the process to actually like make the highlight actually like be a little bit more cohesive with the product, because sometimes I was just like making like a whole new like batch of product, and I just like the consistency of it and just helping it tie in like from the eye area to like my highlighted areas like my forehead, my under eye, my chin, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I blended out that eyeshadow base like very well to make sure it's even, because if my eyeshadow base is not like, you know, seamless, like it might not be like completely seamless, you know, but if there's a lot of areas that aren't like blended correctly, then it's going to look patchy when I do my eyeshadow. And I'm trying to make sure this looks as blended as well. And I'm just basically taking the RCMA powder. I did that earlier to set it, and I'm taking one of the Melt Cosmetics like eyeshadow palettes from their Ultimate like Monsters collab, I think that's what it was called, or like the Monsters collab from like Universal. That's what it is. My bad. But I'm not gonna lie, Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows are so freaking pigmented, like so pigmented. Like I knew I wanted to do like a green like smoky eye, but like these eyeshadows, like you don't even have to do too much to actually get this pigment up here. And I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to do a different eye shape instead of something that I normally always do, and I actually kind of like how this eye shape looked and how like the smoky eye and everything played into it. So I probably will be trying this like eyeshadow like trick a little bit more often, because I love to like switch it up. Like I feel like I'm always doing a cut crease But I feel like this is like slick, like drag inspired, which honestly I love. Like I love drag makeup, and you know I have been watching Real Housewives of Potomac, and if you know, like what's that girl name? Oh my god, what is that girl name? Girl, I was having a whole brain fart, but Ashley on there, if you watch one of the recent episodes, like she basically like did a whole like drag king performance, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit would be fun to do. Like I'm honestly like in this era of life where I'm trying to be healthy enough and be active enough that I can like actually like do performances and stuff, because I love dancing. I actually love performing, like, and that's just something I want to do more of, because I feel like I've kind of just gained my self-confidence back. I feel like I've been through this journey before, like when I was like younger and stuff, but I feel like I had to go through it again just because sometimes when you're going through certain experiences, certain relationships, situations, whatever, like you can lose a part of you. And I felt like I lost myself trying to like hold on so tightly to a relationship, and I just feel like I had to really just snap back into it the last year. And now that I feel like I'm back to who I am and like really just honoring like what I like to do, what I don't like to do, and who this new version of me is, because you know I'm someone, I feel like I'm always going through rebirths like 24/7. But I feel like just this last year, in the last couple months, as I'm like transitioning to be 26, oh my gosh, upper 20s club. But I love it here. I'm not gonna lie, I love it here. I feel like I'm having a good time. Like I'm not scared of getting older. Like I would love to get older. I would love to like live a healthy, long life. But I'm just trying to honor myself every day, like try to show up authentically as much as I can. And some of that just goes back to like my style, like my makeup, the clothes I wear, the earrings and jewelry I wear. I just love to adorn myself. I feel like it actually does like kind of like lift your confidence a little bit when you're like adorning yourself with things that you love. And I don't know, I'm gonna take more time to actually be intentional with what I wear the next couple months, and like actually like adorn myself up a little bit more, and not just throwing shit because I'm tired and exhausted. Like whenever I feel like I look good, I actually feel like I be on 10. And that's the kind of energy I want to like end this school year, you know. Okay, so another tip or just a little moment, I just want to talk to y'all about like me spraying my face. I feel like if you watch my videos, you know I spray my face like 10 million times throughout the video, and usually I'm using a hydrating setting spray. And the way that, or the reason why I'm actually doing that, is to kind of like melt the layers into place, and like I feel like help things like blend together a little bit more, especially when I'm doing like more matte looks, or like I'm doing like face paint looks like this. I really want to make sure that like my skin isn't drying down too much with certain products, because the products I usually use when it comes to like me doing face paint looks aren't necessarily for like foundation or eyeshadow, or like highlighting, contouring, stuff like that. So it's like I need to make sure I'm like retaining as much moisture as possible. So I usually spray my face probably like at least 6 times when I do my makeup, and that's like on a normal day too. But yeah, at this point I'm over here just trying to mix a contour bronzer shade. That's why I just went ahead and did it last, because I knew I was going to try and get as much of the product off of my hand from what I had blended earlier, and I feel like I did a good job when it comes to coverage. I could probably do like 2 layers of stuff, but I don't want to have that much makeup on my face. That's why I like to use these Jellywent Cosmetics pigments from her line. They're like the neon prismatic pigments. Those are usually the ones that I use to like set my face when I do these face paint looks, and usually I'll like actually mix them in with a little bit of RCMA translucent powder, or I could like mix it in with the Milk Cosmetics She's Alive translucent powder from the Monsters collab. But sometimes I actually just use like a white like setting powder. It really just depends on what colors like I'm using and like what look I'm going for. Like if I want more of a diluted makeup look, I would probably add some white just to tone it down a little bit, because the translucent powder for me is just like making it a little bit of a bigger batch and not as pigmented, but like the shade isn't going to be off, if that makes any sense. And then make sure I spray my face. It's honestly like fun, like mixing stuff like this. I feel like I really be in the lab. Like I feel like I be for real like making art when I do stuff like this. Like I have my little like hand palette on the back of my hand. I be having stuff everywhere. Like that is literally my like art process. Like I don't be like trying to be neat and prim and proper when I be doing my makeup or like doing my art. Like I just be going for it. And That's why I always have to change my shirts and stuff when I do like my makeup pictures and stuff. But it's okay because then I'm being intentional in styling and like starting to do like my blueprint series, and I started that almost a year ago, I feel like. And it's really funny to see how far I've come when it comes to my YouTube. Like, yes, I'm not where I want to be necessarily, but I'm proud of where I am right now because the consistency is there. And then like me just actually like getting my content out there, like actually editing it and like doing intros and doing voiceovers and like, you know, finding the music, creating cool thumbnails, like this is all actually fun to me. Yeah, sometimes there are certain like videos I don't necessarily love editing, but I actually have been loving the process lately. Like I actually have been getting excited because I'm getting out content ahead of time, and it helps me so much, especially at the beginning of the week or like throughout the week, because sometimes, you know, some weeks are busier than others, and like I'm more drained or more burnt out and like exhausted. So it's like sometimes the last thing I'm thinking about is my YouTube channel or my social media, because I'm not someone who actually is on social media 24/7. Like for me to be a content creator, like I scroll, I watch for a little second, like maybe a couple times during the day, but I'm not sitting there like scrolling for hours and hours and hours and hours. Like I'm not someone who is constantly on my phone on social media. If anything, I'm on my phone like editing, looking at pictures of my makeup, like doing stuff like that. And I really want to incorporate reading more into my like routine. That's like a whole different topic, but yeah, there are a couple of books that I've been wanting to read, and then like I really want to just like prep myself like for making a book, because I know I really do like want to do that. And there's a couple of different things I want to do this year, and it's really just about me being intentional with every step that I take and every ounce, like every time like I spend on doing something, all the energy I spend is like I'm trying to do something like big and bad. You feel me? And it's like I need to put as much energy as possible into that just to make it happen, because, you know, I will, you know, manifest certain things, but if you're not actually preparing for what you want and how you're going to maintain it and stuff, then what's the point? Because you're going to get it and you're not going to know how to like handle it, honestly. And that's something that I've just like kind of figured out within the last couple of years and stuff. But yeah, I feel like, what is it? My frontal lobe has fully developed. Like I can... Last year, once I turned 25, I feel like I was really looking around, be like, Ariel, like, what in the world? What in the world? But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I could be... I could be way worse off right now. So I'm just like proud of what, like how far I've come and like how I'm dealing with things, because girl, I used to be struggling, and I feel like I still be struggling sometimes, but it's like I have so much more peace of mind, and that's something that I worked my ass off for, and no one will ever disturb my peace of mind. Like I'm being so serious. Like that's not something I play about. If you are trying to disturb my peace of mind, baby, you gotta go. You got to go, because it's not worth it. Like I remember those times. Hell the fuck no. No. We're not trying to go through that. Do you hear me? So, but yeah, I love highlighting my face, and I wish like the pigment showed up a little bit better on camera, but she actually looks cute. And then I'm drawing my moles back on, and it's crazy because like I've been drawing more on because I have more moles on my face, but I feel like drawing my moles on is kind of like a like little like touch, and it just like it adds to the vibe. And then I'm making sure I'm setting my face right now, because after I set my face, I'm actually going to do like this Clover design on my forehead, and I want to make sure that my makeup was actually like set, so I don't have any issues when I actually start doing stuff on my face. And then I use the One Size Point Made eyeliner, and I actually really like this, and I love the color. It's very, very pigmented. And then now I'm taking the REM Beauty Wicked Collab eyeliner pencil, and I've barely used this pencil, and usually I use it when I'm like painting myself green, and I didn't know what I was going for at first. I just like really started doing some shit and just figuring out along the way, and I feel like that's honestly my entire makeup process. Like there are some makeup looks that I actually like plan. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use that, we're gonna do this, and like I stick to that. But sometimes I just be having an idea and I just kind of go for it. So as I'm editing this video, I'm really over here thinking about what face paint looks that I want to do next. I really want to do like a pink one that I'll probably do for like spring, or actually I think I'm gonna do a pink one for the Glinda like Wicked like makeup I want to do. I have not seen the movie yet, and like the only reason why I haven't seen it is because I really did not want to go to the movie. I just go see it, and also like that was a long ass movie. Like I'd be struggling to make it the entire movie without going to the bathroom, and I was just like, girl, I'm just wait for that to get home, and that way I can actually cry in peace, because I know I'm gonna be tearing up. Like I be crying crying at almost every single like TV show or movie I watch. And I feel like that's just because like I've allowed myself to feel feelings, and like I've allowed myself to like see something or watch something, and like I can feel how that felt, and sometimes I just gotta release it. But yeah, just know that if I go to movies, I always keep some tissue in my pocketbook, because oh my god, pocketbook, I sound like an old lady. I always keep some tissue on me, because I know that I'm gonna cry. Like it's just so natural at this point, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna do a pink one for that Glinda look, and then I'll probably do like a like orange sickle vibe, because I haven't really done like an orange face paint, and I feel like that would be fun. Then maybe like a purple lavender lilac one with like some floral designs. I feel like that would eat. But yeah, and I have been holding off doing a Monster High makeup, but I feel like it's time right now for me to just go ahead and pick somebody. So I'll probably do Dracula first, because I feel like that would be probably like my favorite to do. And then I remember I tried to do a Frankenstein like makeup look last year, but like the color I used was just not the right match. So I'll probably do Dracula, then I'll do Frankie, and then maybe I'll do Cleo or like Claudine. But if I'm doing them, like I want to make sure I have like actual like props and stuff to make that like, you know, actually look really cool. But yeah. So right now we finna do a little bit of manifestation. So I am claiming that in October or September I'm going to be working like doing special effects makeup for a local Halloween event. So, you know, I don't know what that's going to be, but I would like to claim that, because I'm trying to build my portfolio up, you feel me? And I would love to, like, actually be able to go to a special effects makeup school. Like, none of the, like, special effect makeup schools I see are usually, like, nearby. So I know there's, like, one lady who, she just did a, like, online class. So I'm going to, like, sit back and, like, watch that and stuff. But I would love to actually be hands-on and like learn how to make prosthetics and stuff like that, because I've watched Face Off so much. Like, that is my show. But I feel like it would be really fun to actually be able to make the prosthetics, and then like that way I can create some that like I actually love, and like create characters and stuff, and be able to like build a like foundation for that industry in like the Memphis Mid-South area, because I feel like we have so many creatives in Memphis, and I feel like we don't always just have like the correct scene or like the like publicity of it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like people don't think about like the creatives of Memphis when they think about Memphis, and I hate that, because like there are so many talented people here, like so many talented people, and I would love for, you know, Memphis to get its shine when it comes to that, because, you know, we are a city that's like rich in like culture and history and just like a lot of amazing things, but often, you know, we're overlooked, or, you know, we focus on the negative things, and there's a lot of negative shit happening in Memphis. Like, Memphis, you know, it has its problems, but I know there's like this like organization called Memphis Music Initiative, and they help like connect like, you know, high school students and like get them internships and just different experiences to work in the creative field. And I love that, because I would have loved to have that in high school and stuff. If I knew, honestly, like that was what I wanted to do, I would have loved to be a part of that. And I just really would love to see the kids and the youth like actually have the like resources and stuff to do these things, because there's so many creative people, but sometimes you just don't know what to do. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. But I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.